What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? Ugh. Darn. 10 Robux. Looks like I need to buy this again. Are you kidding me? Hold on, guys. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. You get what I'm saying? Oh, give me a second. I'm almost there. What up, Ryan? What up, weatherwise? Give me just a second. We're actually back. We're not giggling around anymore. Let's see if will that charge my phone? Perfect. Alright. I need to buy Robux real quick. Give me a second. Come on, guys. Go there. We only need $1. Just $1. That's all we need. Just need to pay $1. We don't need no $100. Sweet. Now we can get this served for the next 8 months. New secret in lobby. I like the sound of that. Gosh, I'm an idiot. Alright. Allow joining. Friends allowed. Should I allow anyone? I guess it would have to be my friends. You better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Chronicles coming down. I did renew it, right? Bruh. Better not cry. Wrong thing. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can even click on it, but we're gonna try anyways. I'm sorry, weatherwise. I didn't mean to. Alrighty. We in it. We in it to win it. Sorry, guys, if I don't see your chat as much. I'm trying something new, but I'll try and keep up as best as I can. Alright. Holy sensitivity. My Chrysler. Hamburger. Ooh. I bet they don't think it's me, huh? Wow. Good start. I just love that. My stream is so delayed, so it's just at the point where you guys wouldn't even know if I'm murderer or not. I like the sound of that. Alright, show me. What the? That is sick. Ah. Wait, hold on, give me a second. Gotta make a video. I need to make a video, actually. Gotta put a sound on there. I wonder if these still work. Give me just a second, guys. Does my life say subathon? No, I don't want that. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Wow. Wow. There's no way you dodged that. Let's be for real. Alright, let me get back in here. Luck. It was luck, Ryan. I'm gonna go try that thing myself. Oh, darn it. This is a new map. Bruh. Alright, I wanna go try again. So it's time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What a dub. We get the dub. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Wow. There's an event. Man. I want to get some people up in here, man. I thought streaming on shorts would get me some more peeps. Sweet. This map again. You know where I'm going. Run. Run that way. Oh! Oh, you're joking. Oh my gosh. Oh! Got him. What up, Oblox? Can I? No, I'm not looking for any mods right now. You can join up if you want. We cooking. Playing the new update. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe and a like though. But let's get into this update, man. This is good so far. I like that new map. If my sensitivity wasn't at 1,000,000, I'd actually be able to play a little better, but no time to change it. Bruh, you're joking. You're joking. 3 maps to return. Sweet. Raps. Wow, 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 wow. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. There's modes. What is happening down there? Wow, 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 wow. What is happening? Gosh. I think my freaking little brother. Hold on, guys. Give me just a second.
When AT&T hands you the all-new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 for $0, you get more screen, more summer, more connection. Get the all-new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 for $0.
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards from Roblox.
Just sign up for Microsoft Rewards, then search, play, and shop on Edge, Xbox, Bing, and other Microsoft products every day.
You'll earn Microsoft Rewards points which you can redeem for digital Roblox gift cards. So what are you waiting for? Get started now at rewards.microsoft.com.
Skull Realms with the 25 gifted. W Skull Realms with the 25 gifted. Thank you. Chat, it is a great day. We just got 2 wins in Fall Guys, and now we have a brand new 616 game to play. Man. It is like Super Bowl Sunday for us, chat. 616 done dropped another one, baby.
Sorry, guys.
616
Roblox not
done
working right
dropped
now. We'll
another
try
one,
again in
chat.
a little bit.
You best get you a diaper on up in here. You best
I'm
get
gonna
you a
leave stream
diaper
on for now.
Cause it's spooky time. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite indie game dev for the past 2 years has dropped another one. Lord have mercy, it's a beautiful moment.
I'm gonna leave stream on.
Man, it's always great. Oh, man. Love that intro, baby! Oh, dude, this about to be some straight cinema. Oh, yeah. Hey, you best get you a diaper on, chat. Cause it's spooky time, baby! Yeah! Yeah! It's 616 time, baby! Y'all better lock in! I'm about to make me some drink. Hold up. Hold on. Hey! I said hold on! I said I'm making some more Yes. Lock in. Lock in. We've been waiting for this day. Hey, we've been waiting for this day. Name of this game is Ozimic with the 5. Name of this game is Within of Static, Northgate Mall. Gook. Lock in. Oh, that's fancy. That is fancy. I'm gonna pre-fire the sensitivity. Yep. Microphone. That'll work. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Yes, it will. Lock in. Mr. Krabs, sweaty thong with the 5 gifted. Okay. Within of Static is an episodic horror series that explores human fear in its rawest form. Quiet, everyday, real terror. Each episode reconstructs the account of a survivor, ordinary people who went through extreme situations and chose to share their stories. So this is based off a true story too. We played the first one a few months ago. Y'all remember it? Of course you do. That's a crazy name. Thank you for the 5. GG. Two plus with the 5. Northgate Mall. Yep, I'm assuming that's where we're working security at. After playing the first episode, I felt like I should share what happened to me. Hello, my name is Dylan Miller. Wow, you just got doxxed. I'm 35 years old now. What I'm about to tell you happened when I was 22. Come down here while I'm reading. I have to admit that playing Ashburg Rental gave me a strange feeling, a sense of familiarity. Not with the place or the story, but with that feeling of being trapped somewhere where everything feels too normal to justify the fear, until it isn't anymore. To give a bit of context, I took a job as a night security guard at a shopping mall that has been shut down by court order. It was closed due to structural safety risks. That's crazy. Thank you for the 5 gifted. The building had been evacuated in a hurry, so everything was still inside. That's creepy. Stores fully set up, display windows filled with products, stock untouched, an abandoned place, yet far from being empty. I just needed to stay awake, prevent theft and vandalism. Seems like a pretty chill job, not gonna lie. At least that's what I thought. February 27th. Oh, wow, that's 2 days from now. Uh-oh. 9:45 p.m.
1 second you know your dream's protected. And then...
Is everything okay?
The police have been dispatched.
well, you still do.
I'm joined by
world-renowned oncologist, Dr. Siddhartha Mukherjee. So we're seeing younger and younger people diagnosed with cancer.
So you're getting a spike in cases and you're getting a
Spike in deaths.
Spike in deaths. So that is real. You cannot really, you can't turn your eyes away from that. That is a real number.
Joining us now is actress Olivia Munn. You learned you had breast cancer at what age?
42.
42.
I was then diagnosed with multifocal, multi-quadrant bilateral breast cancer.
When Chadwick Boseman died after colon cancer, the world was stunned.
Yeah, Chad was 38 when he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
He was at an age where normally he wouldn't have even been getting a colonoscopy. You can live a healthy lifestyle, you can eat well, you can exercise. What is going on?
That it turns out there are lots and lots of sleeper cancer cells in everyone's body. The new theory, or one new theory, is that they need to be woken up. And the Sleeping Beauty Wake Up Potion is, at least one of them, is chronic inflammation. This is very new research.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be with you here on the Oprah Podcast. And I am really glad that you joined us for this episode because we're talking about a health issue that I know has impacted every single family in the United States in some way or another, and all over the world. It's the word that makes your blood run cold if you ever hear a doctor say it to you or to anyone you love. It's the big C, it's cancer. And now doctors and researchers are seeing an alarming rise in the rates of cancer in younger adults in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s. And I have experienced that within my own family and circle of loved ones. The question is why? Why is this happening? And what does this mean now for how we live? And at what age should people start paying attention? So I'm joined by world-renowned oncologist. He's world famous and author of the seminal Pulitzer Prize-winning book on cancer, The Emperor of All Maladies, Dr. Siddhartha Mukherjee. And I just welcome you and so really, really, really excited that you would be willing to sit with us and talk about it.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I first want to talk about your book because, as we were just talking before, it's an astonishing work. And The Emperor of All Maladies, you all, as I just said, won the Pulitzer Prize. It spans 4,000 years through the history of cancer. And in the author's note, you say, this is a chronicle of an ancient disease, once a clandestine whispered about illness that has metamorphosed into a lethal shape-shifting entity imbued with such penetrating metaphorical, medical, scientific, and political potency that cancer is often described as the defining plague of our generation. So that's what you say in the author's notes. But it helped me, and if you have read it or will read it, it will help you understand cancer, and particularly if you have somebody who's going through it, help you understand it not just as a disease, but as a story, one that is deeply human, deeply complex, and still unfolding. So the idea for this book came from one of your patients.
It came from one of my patients. Cancer is my Moby Dick. I've hunted it for 20 years. I will spend my last breath hunting it. I have spent every waking moment of my life thinking about cancer and thinking about cancer patients. But this book comes down, I sometimes say, Moby Dick began with a journey and a question, and this book begins with a journey and a question. And the question was a very simple one. I was a fellow, in the hierarchy of cancer doctors, a fellow is pretty low down on the list. I was a fellow tending my patients, and I had a patient that I had developed a very warm relationship with, a woman who was dying, who'd, gone from trial to trial to trial, extended out her life possibly by 3 or 4 years. And then she turned to me one day and she knew and I knew that the end had come. And she turned to me and she said to me, where did all of this come from and where am I going? Very simple question. And to my astonishment, I realized that there was no book or a show or a podcast or anything on the planet that would tell the full story. What
Where
is
did
the
this come
story?
from? Yeah.
Where did it come from? How old is this disease? Where am I going and why am I here? And it would seem to be, this book is almost a kind of dedicated to her because she sort of set me off on this journey.
The
And the
journey for
question.
yourself.
That's right. And she, that's how cancer became my Moby Dick.
But you devoted the book to the little 3-year-old boy, Robert Sandler.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell us why. Who died of leukemia in 1948.
Stories don't live in abstractions. Stories live in real lives. They live in real people. And books medical textbooks tend to be, very abstract. They take away names of people. They remove all the human qualities of a book. So I was looking for a human being, a real person, to begin the book with, to pin the book down on. And I knew that there must have been a first child who received chemotherapy for, in this case, leukemia, children's leukemia. And I kept searching for that child. I kept looking for that child. Ultimately, after a very long and circuitous journey, which took me actually from the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston back to India, back again, I ultimately found the name of this child. The name was buried in a newspaper clipping, which was in microfiche. It was not searchable. You couldn't have found it anyway. So I found the name of this child, and then, I went to the home of this child. I learned about the child's family, and his name was Robert Sandler. And that's how the book came about.
Wow. So last year you released a new edition with 4 new chapters titled The Emperor's New Journey, and you wrote that it felt urgent to update this book. Why?
Well, lots of things have happened since the book first came out in 2010. And so 15 years had passed. And it seemed to me that it needed an update. Now, it's a funny thing, as you know, people don't tend to evergreen their books.
Right.
You don't go back and write your book again.
Yeah.
But to me, what was interesting is, cancer, you couldn't do that because history was being made as we live. So this was a lived history. And so I had to update it in order to capture what had happened since 2010. And so much had happened in prevention, in detection, and in treatment that I had to almost write an addendum or a new set of chapters.
Even in chemotherapies, because I'm going through this with a family member now, and one of the things I've learned is that what chemotherapy used to be compared to what it is now is so much more improved. Yeah,
it's vastly different. People, people have a visceral reaction to that word.
Yeah.
I'll be caught in the wards. I'll be throwing up. I'll have a vomit basin next to me. I'll lose my hair. My body will shrink. That's not true today. I mean, of course, there's still some chemotherapies that we still use that are sort of chemotherapies of olden days.
Yes.
But there are lots more new therapies where you don't have all these side effects. You still have some, but you don't have these severe side effects. There's a whole new world of therapy that has emerged even in the last 15 years.
So one of the things that I really appreciated about the Emperor Maladies is that, as I was saying to you before, is that it tells the story of cancer. But even in the very beginning, what it clarified for me that cancer isn't just one thing, it's many diseases, and it really is an abhorrent cell. The cell's gone awry. So can you just give us the most basic definition of what cancer is? Because when we hear the word, everybody just goes, fearful.
Well, it's a disease in which the disease typically is a disease of a single cell that is no longer able to respond to signals that tell it to stop growing. So just to give you an example, when you cut your hand and you have a wound, the wound cells, start growing back into the wound and then they stop growing. That's normal. In cancer, it is as if those wound cells never have the signal to stop growing.
Why?
Genetic mutations in the cancer cells, mutations in genes, normally tell cells when to start and stop growing. Genes make proteins. Those proteins act as signals. Those signals tell a cell, now you're done. You should stop growing and go back to being a non-growing cell. In a cancer cell's genetic mutations make proteins that are no longer able to respond to these stop growth signals. Therefore, the cancer cell is unable to stop growing, and it keeps growing, and ultimately keeps making a larger and larger masses. It can take over your bones, take over your blood, take over other parts of your body, and even metastasize. It migrates and starts growing in places where it should normally not be growing. I mean, why should a breast cell be growing, a breast cancer cell be growing in the bone. It's
Yeah.
because it's co-opted. It's co-opted its environment and made it an environment where it can actually start growing again. In the case of a breast cancer cell inside bone,
So it's the cell gone awry.
it's a cell gone awry in multiple different ways, not just awry in the basic way that I said. Well, it can't stop growing. It's also gone awry because it's hijacked other parts of other signals from the cell, which enable it to move, to metastasize, to colonize other organs, to live in other places. It's all of that, a cell that's gone awry with this massive hijacking.
Okay, so we're seeing younger and younger people diagnosed with cancer. The American Cancer Society found that, I think I read, that cancer incidence rates in women under 50 are now 82% higher than males. And you've said that the incidence of colorectal cancer in young men and women in the United States has nearly doubled since 1995. What is going on?
So it's very important. You're asking a very important question. This
Yes.
is very particular to young men and women. So I'll give you three examples, and there are three concrete examples.
Okay.
The first one is colorectal cancer, cancer of the colon and rectum. So basically in the lower bowels.
Yeah.
Colorectal cancer incidence has increased dramatically in young men and women, and it's colorectal cancer mortality, which is a statistic that never lies. Colorectal cancer mortality in young men and women has increased dramatically as well. I'll come to the why in a second. But that's a clear signal that that's not just early diagnosis or early detection.
Okay.
Because early
Okay,
diagnosis...
that was going to be my question. Is it that we're just getting diagnosed and detecting it sooner? That's not true.
So that's not true, because if it was just early detection or early diagnosis, then you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have the fact, usually in statistical terms, you wouldn't have an increase in actual mortality. So it's a
okay.
statistical. When you have an early detection, you can get a spike in cases, but you don't necessarily get a spike in mortality.
Yeah.
But in this case, you're getting, so for colorectal cancer, you're getting a spike in cases, and you're getting a
Spike in deaths.
Spike in deaths. So that is real. You cannot really, you can't turn your eyes away from that. That is a real number. I'll give you a second example: breast cancer in young women. So breast cancer mortality in young women was slowly coming down year after year after year.
Yeah.
But for the past few years, it's been plateauing, which means that something is happening such that the kinds of breast cancer that we're getting in these young women is either causing more mortality or is generally more aggressive. And we know both of these to be true. And once again, it's not because of early detection. Number one, because most of these women are not being caught by mammography.
They're not.
No, they're detecting it often themselves. And number two, as I said, statistics don't lie.
Yeah, they're not being caught by mammography because they haven't even started the mammograms.
That's right. They haven't even started the mammograms. So they are detecting by themselves, often coming to their doctors because of having detected it. And secondly, the statistics don't lie. And it's being reflected by this lowered curve or slowing down of the gains that we've had in the past decades. I'll give you one last example, and that's also relevant, and that is endometrial cancer. So endometrial cancer, also in women, and particularly in young women, has been rising in cases. Endometrial cancer, we don't usually have a detection for. We don't have any test for. It's usually, when people come with bleeding or pain.
Yeah.
That has been rising, so that's not an early detection problem. And thus far, usually endometrial cancer, early stages is quite curable. So it's not been reflected in increase in mortality, but it may soon be reflected at some point in time in increase in mortality. So you have three different cancers with three different patterns. Colorectal cancer, increases in incidence, increase in mortality. Breast cancer, increase in the incidence, particularly of the aggressive kinds, and a plateauing or slowing down of gains in mortality. And endometrial cancer, increase in incidence and no increase in mortality yet, but we'll see.
So you can live a healthy lifestyle. You can eat well. You can exercise. You can get enough sleep. You can do all the things. I know people who have done this. They don't smoke and they don't drink excessively. And then it feels like, you're 38 and it comes out of nowhere. So how much of this early onset is driven by what is inherited or by something in the environment, or do we know?
So the sad story is that we don't know, but we're getting to know.
Okay.
So virtually all cancers have some component in which, as I said, they're all genetic diseases ultimately, but many cancers have a component of the environment in it. So it's a genes plus environment phenomenon. So the problem is when we talk about the environment, we talk relatively poorly about the environment. So you just said what you eat, what you do, what exercise, and other things. But your real environment is much more complex. It is the things that you're exposed to as a child. It is things that are in your gut, the so-called microbiome that's in your gut. It is things that you eat, but you may not know that you are being exposed to because, you may be thinking that you're eating a very healthy diet, but some aspect of your diet might be the problem. And finally, all the things that you're exposed to, the so-called exposome. So again, there is the external environment, there is your genes, and there's one piece that is critically missing here, and that is your internal environment, the environment which actually bathes your cells, your body, with whatever it bathes it in. And one very major part of that we've discovered is the inflammation in the internal environment.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. There's growing conversation around chronic inflammation as a root of many diseases. What does that mean, actually, when you have inflammation? And how does it connect to cancer?
So inflammation is a sort of a bucket word. It means many things. It means different things to different people. You come and say, oh, my God, my left cheek is inflamed because it's burning. Other people might say, I have chronic inflammation. In fact,
If you have chronic inflammation, do you even know you have chronic inflammation?
No, often you don't know that you have chronic inflammation. So just a great example of that is asbestos workers. I'll give you a historical example.
Yeah.
Asbestos workers were exposed to little particles of asbestos, and they started having inflammation in their lung. It wasn't until much later when they started having cough and, all these other symptoms, that lung symptoms, that they realized that they had chronic inflammation in the lungs.
Right.
The point that I'm trying to make is that there are many different kinds of inflammation, just like there are many different kinds of cancer. Inflammation means it's a chronic or acute activation of the immune system.
Okay.
And the immune system gets chronically or acutely activated, and it starts sending signals. Some people describe it as, it's as if your immune system is saying your body's on fire. And there's a kind of inflammation which is brought on by certain kinds of immune cells. Not every immune cell is the same. There's another kind of inflammation that's brought on by other kinds of immune cells. And so far, we've been able to track down cancer risk to one kind of inflammation, not all kinds of inflammation, to one kind of inflammation. That's a very big advance, because you could now ask the question, if I can track that inflammation in your body, if I can make a test for that particular kind of inflammation in your body, can I make a potential test for future cancer?
You write, research suggests that healthy people may have a cadre of potentially cancerous clones, sleeping assassins. So I'm asking, is there a possibility that part of what we're seeing is simply that cancer, because it's rooted in our own cells, is going to always find a new way to show itself?
So this was another surprise from work done by many people, but really recent work. The surprise was people thought, cancer cell grew up, got the mutations it required, hijacked or commandeered its genes, and off it went.
Yeah.
It turns out that it's a little bit more complicated than that, and a little more chilling than that.
Yeah.
Which is that it turns out there are lots and lots of sleeper cancer cells in everyone's body. I'm going to repeat that. There are lots and lots of sleeper cancer cells in everyone's body, and they're just asleep. They're just dormant.
Okay. So by the time the cancer shows up, it's been sleeping there for how long?
We don't know, but it's been sleeping there for a while. But we think that it needs something to wake up.
Wow.
And inflammation, chronic inflammation, we're realizing more and more, is one of those sleeping beauty signals.
So say that again. We all are carrying the sleeper cells.
We're all carrying sleeper cells in various organs, but they're dormant, they're asleep, they'll probably do nothing to you for the rest of your life. The new theory, or one new theory, is that they need to be woken up. And the sleeping beauty wake-up potion is, at least one of them, is chronic inflammation. This is very new research. It has to be validated over and over again, but it really changes the paradigm. It says, it's not as if you had one morning you woke up. I'm sorry, not you. Someone woke up. I hope it's no one here, but someone woke up And a cancer cell started having genetic mutations, and off it went and became the tumor that the nasty tumor became. That would be one theory. Another theory is actually the night that we were asleep, there were thousands of dormant cancer cells sitting in your body, and something happened. In this case, what I call the Sleeping Beauty kiss. Something happened that woke them up, and in this case, we're realizing that one something is chronic inflammation.
That's big.
It is very big. It is a new
That's
theory,
huge.
has to be tested, but it really
That's
changes the
huge.
way we think about cancer. That's why I had to write a whole new chapter on it.
Yeah.
Because this
I see.
the
I see
theory
now. I
was
see now.
yeah, because it really switches around the way
Yeah.
we think about cancer, or have thought about cancer. As I said, new theory, lots to be tested in it, but it is a powerful theory.
That inflammation is the kiss that wakes it up.
Yes.
And that's why now there's so many people talking about reducing your inflammation.
That is why. And if we could test the particular kind of inflammation, it's
Because
not
there
again,
are all kinds of
there are
inflammation.
all kinds
There
of
isn't just
inflammation.
one
But if we
kind.
could test that particular kind of inflammation, we would have a biomarker, we would have a marker for future cancer and potentially even prevent it, potentially by stopping that inflammation.
Do you think we will find a prevention in your lifetime?
I think we will find a prevention in my lifetime. Yes, it may not work 100%.
Yeah.
As I said, it is my Moby Dick,
Moby
and I
Dick,
will
I
hunt
was
it.
going to get you. You and Moby are going to be out there
Me and Moby are going to be at it.
at it. So, breast cancer, as many of you know, is one of the most common cancers in women across the world. It's now rising faster in women under 50 than in older women, and younger patients are being diagnosed with more aggressive forms of, as we've been talking about. So, joining us now is actress and activist, wife and mother of two, Olivia Munn. Welcome, Olivia. Great to have you here, and thank you for zooming in. You learned you had breast cancer at what age?
42.
42. What happened?
So I had been doing everything I was supposed to do, the mammograms, the ultrasounds. I have dense breasts. And also, I think it's important for people to understand what dense breast means, because we hear these terms a lot and don't really connect with it. So dense breast is when it's like when you look at the sky and you see clouds and you see blue sky. Well, when you do a mammogram and you have dense breast, your tissue and your tumors all look like clouds. But when you have dense breast, you get an MRI or an ultrasound, it's a blue sky, and then there's like one cloud, and that's your tumor. So I was getting my mammograms done and my ultrasounds, and I was cleared, and I had genetic testing done as well, just to be proactive. And my doctor said there's something called the lifetime risk assessment test, and it gives you a score that tells you how likely you are to have breast cancer in your lifetime, and anything above 20% is considered high risk. And it's like a few minutes, it's online, it's free, and I came back at 37.3%. So I went to get an MRI, and after that MRI, I was off to the races. I was then diagnosed with multifocal, multi-quadrant bilateral breast cancer.
Yeah.
It was a touching story.
Wow. And you've had multiple surgeries. Tell us about that and how you're doing today.
So along with the stuff that you do before double mastectomy, like a lymph node dissection and nipple delay, I had a double mastectomy, and I also had my ovaries and my fallopian tubes and my uterus removed as well. There's this, when you have a hormone positive breast cancer, like mine is ER positive, PR positive,
So why
HER2
would you have ovaries removed? Because that didn't have anything to do with your breasts.
Exactly. So there's a medication called Lupron that I had to take, and that medication suppresses the estrogen production in my ovaries, and it was debilitating. It was a shot every month, and my son had just turned 1 when I was diagnosed, and I couldn't get out of bed. It was actually debilitating. I would get up, I would go get something to drink, and I would just come right back to bed. I was probably out of bed maybe a total of 45 minutes for an entire day, and this went on for months. And I just had to figure out a solution. So I said, can I just get an oophorectomy and have them removed? And then when I was doing that, I said, you know what? I don't want to have to worry about cancer coming into other places. Can we just go ahead and take out my fallopian tubes and my uterus? So we did that all just to be preventative and to help me get off of this medication. But there's also this other medication that I have to be on called an aromatase inhibitor, and that suppresses the testosterone in my body that turns into an estrogen that could feed my cancer. And you asked how I'm doing today, and I've always really maintained a positive outlook when I was talking about this. I think it was so important for me when I was talking about it publicly to come with a lot of hope, also be very realistic and honest about the tough times. But there's so much hope in this journey because people are doing all this research, and I have the ability to fight. I've been given the chance to fight where so many women in my position were told to get their affairs in order. So I wanted to be really hopeful.
In the middle of all of this, you stopped the cancer treatment to do in vitro fertilization and egg retrieval?
So I had frozen my eggs in my 30s, and we wanted to have another child. And so I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and the next day we had already planned to turn those eggs into embryos. And my husband was like, what do we do? What do we do? And I said, I don't know what's going to happen to me. So just go. I don't even know because when you freeze your eggs, you don't know until they're turned into embryos if any of them work out. So I said, just go and like just try to make the embryos, and we'll deal with it later. And we were able to get a small amount of embryos, but in order to ensure that we could have another baby, I said, I think I need to go and do another round and get more eggs out. And so I spoke with my fertility doctor, and he said, we're going to put you onto a breast cancer protocol. And that means that's a lot less hormones. And I was putting myself at risk. And my fertility doctor, he's like, we're just going to get you like just a couple more, and then we're calling it. And it was a calculated risk that I just felt I had to take. And my baby girl, May is 19 months, and she's in the world because of that risk I took, and I would do it all over again just to have her.
What do you want other women to know? Because 42's scary.
I want other women to know first and foremost that the lifetime risk assessment test is something that is free and it's online, and it saved my life. And I think that every woman should know what it is. It's something that every doctor takes for their patients, that when you go in, they ask for your blood pressure and your family history, but they don't ask what your lifetime risk assessment score is. So we're working on legislation that will help make the standard of care for every doctor to also know that information.
I think you've already done such a great job. They saw an increase in people taking that test after you told your story. And I'm sure it's going to go up even more now that you're sharing your story.
Thank you for helping to get out this message, because that's as you know more than anyone, it's just like continuing conversation over and over, the awareness that just has to keep going, which is why we want the onus to come off of women some to know about this test and put it onto doctors to be there in those offices and educate the patients about it.
Yeah. So you sharing your story has already done so much for women. I thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take good care.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
So more and more women, 30s, 40s, are experiencing much of what you talked about.
Absolutely. And as you can imagine, these are often, young women with families. They have children to think about. They have future fertility to think about, as Ms. Munn did. And so the decision becomes not just, about yourself. It becomes about your family.
So what are the current recommendations for breast cancer? I've been taking a mammogram now since I was 40, doing screenings. But if women in their 30s I also have a family member who at 36, developed breast cancer and wasn't even through a mammogram, just through doing her own breast test. So what should be happening? Should we be screening earlier?
Well, so the problem with mammograms is that the yield to discover a real cancer is very low, especially in young women. And that's complicated, of course, by women who have young breasts. By yield, I mean, there's a number, which is how many mammograms you need to take in order to save one breast cancer life.
And you said complicated by women who have
dense breasts.
Dense breasts,
Yeah.
okay. Dense.
Olivia talked a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But leaving aside the question of dense breasts, which is particularly the case with young women, the yield in a mammogram is very low, especially in that group. And so doing mammograms early or doing more mammograms will inevitably yield lots and lots of false positives, lots more biopsies, lots more anxiety, and it'll obviously yield a few real cases of breast cancer. So what I've been recommending is very much on the lines of what Olivia did, which is to say, if you're a young woman and if you have any history of breast cancer, of ovarian cancer, of pancreatic cancer, you should go and see a physician to potentially to do some genetic counseling to see if you're at a genetic risk for breast cancer.
Wow.
And those are people who have, will pick up people with so-called BRCA1, BRCA1, BRCA2 mutations, among other things. Number two is that there is actually a genetic test. If you have a family history of breast cancer or of any of these cancers, there's a genetic test that even if you are not BRCA1 or BRCA2 positive, it will give you a score of the risk that you have, genetic risk for breast cancer. It's a score. It's called a polygenic risk score. Again, it's not perfect, but if women who do have a polygenic risk scores, if they do have one, certainly if they have BRCA1, BRCA2, and some of these other breast cancer genes, I'm recommending them to enroll in a trial with intensive screening. There are many around. Some of them use a combination of MRI and mammograms, sort of alternatively. Some of them are MRI only. What I'm really hoping for is that there's a test that will come along which won't be as invasive and which will not have as many false positives as a mammogram, that we can use that as a potential way to screen these younger women.
Okay. So when Chadwick Boseman, the actor who played the Black Panther, died after a private battle with colon cancer, the world was stunned. Chadwick was just 43, and his wife, Simone Boseman, was by his side until the end. Simone, thank you for joining us. We were all so stunned, and you all were able to manage to keep that private. I read that his symptoms began just weeks before his diagnosis in 2016. What was going on?
Yeah, well, first, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Chad was 38 when he was diagnosed, and he was diagnosed at stage 3. So just before that, he had already been to the doctor a few times before I even found out about it. And essentially, he was having trouble going to the bathroom. And first, the frequency changed, and then it really slowed down altogether and stopped altogether, which just impacted his ability to move and operate and eat. He was on a really strict exercise regimen, so it was affecting him quite a bit. And there were maybe 3 or 4 weeks in between our first visit to the doctor together and him being diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
And so once you both found out, did he go into chemotherapy? What was the procedure for helping him?
Yeah, there was chemo, there were surgeries, a few different rounds of chemo and a few different types of chemotherapy to, see what worked on his particular type of colon cancer. And he also, there was also Eastern medicine that we involved. We were doing all the research we could and trying all of the avenues that we could to get his immune system to fight this cancer and fight the effects of the chemo as well.
By the time you're stage 3, though, what does that actually mean, Dr. Mukherjee?
So it means that the cancer has certainly spread beyond the original local site. It's gone through the bowel wall, and in many cases, depending on what kind of cancer, has started invading the lymph nodes. So it's called advanced cancer in the case of colorectal cancer. Now, astonishingly, I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this, and the world is very sorry for it, I think. Astonishingly, immunological therapy still works in stage 3 in some cases. I'm sorry it didn't work in this particular case, but it really works. This is an incredibly important conversation we're having, because, cases like this remind us that we have got to do better. We have just got to do better. And if we don't do better in diagnosis and in treatment, then, shame on us.
Yeah.
So,
and he was at an age where normally he wouldn't have even been getting a colonoscopy.
No.
I have a friend who's 42 who's going through this, also stage 3, and also had to make up a story about it being in his family in order to even allow them to test him. They weren't going to test him. The doctor said, you're too young. It's probably just stomach ache or whatever.
Yeah. Big misconception, by the way.
Big. What is the big misconception?
Misconception is that, we know the rise of colorectal cancer incidence and death in young men. So no doctor, if you come with lower abdominal pain or abdominal pain, should be saying to you, "Oh, it's just,
Yeah.
something you ate."
Yeah.
That's not the standard anymore.
I know that caretaking is one of the most demanding jobs, and you were there by his side till the end. What is your advice to those who are supporting loved ones with cancer, Simone?
Just love your way through it. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be overwhelming. Um, but let the good times be good and do as much research as you can. Try as many things as you can. Really leave no stone unturned, because the guilt of grief is almost an impossible thing to deal with, even when you do try all of the things. If you have even an inkling that something might have any kind of effect on your loved one's situation, you should try it, and you should push them to try things as well.
It was interesting you were talking about the guilt of grief. Are you still carrying that? Are you still thinking that there was something else you could have done or should have done or might have done?
I think I will always wonder if there were things we could have, should have done. I think that's a reality of losing someone. You'll always wonder, whether it's from cancer or from anything else. Could I have talked to them? Could I have, kept them in the house for 5 more minutes and they didn't get in that car accident? Anything is going to come into your mind. And I think it's also survivor's guilt. I think for the first several years, I could not make sense of why I was still here and he was not. When he was just such an incredible, extraordinary spirit and person.
Yeah.
And it is, the edges are less sharp now, but they are still here.
Yeah, and you know what? I was just thinking too, and I don't know 4 people in my immediate family and friends who are going through one form or another of cancer right now, and we know about it. We, the family, know about it. Other people know about it. I think it's even doubly hard when you have to keep it a secret or you have to not let other people know. So that adds to the stress, because he was working and correctly so. If everybody knew he had cancer, there would have been a completely different reaction on set and all the other things. And so how absolutely courageous of him and of you to go through that when you're getting cancer treatment. It's just unimaginable.
I just wanted to add, I'm incredibly brave of you and to share this journey. I think about the guilt of grief a lot. It really the guilt of grief is something that resonates with many, many families. And I always return to the very famous quartet of things that patients want to do when they're facing death, which is to say to someone that they love them, to be told that they're loved, to say to someone that they forgive them, and to be told that they're forgiven. And I can tell you for sure, the way you took care of him, Simone, I'm sure that you received all 4. So I hope that helps with you with the guilt of grief.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you say he was your greatest spiritual teacher. Tell us why.
Oh man, he was. Credit to my mother. She gave me my foundation for my own spirituality. But Chad, he was someone who did not just believe in spirituality, but he really lived it. And he showed me discernment, and he showed me what the feeling of truth was, what it means, how to understand when I know something that is right or good, and when I know that it is not good, and when I know that I don't know, and then how to go to God and ask for guidance, and most importantly, to be able to listen and wait for God to answer. And those are principles that I learned from him that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
Well, it sounds like he was truly the Black Panther.
He truly, truly, truly was.
Sounds like he was truly the Black Panther. Really. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what can people do? Is there anything, first of all, what you just said, if you are under 50 years old and you go to your doctor complaining of stomach pain, rectal pain, and the doctor says it's just a stomach ache, you should fight like hell to get the test.
Well, you should get a different doctor.
You should get a different doctor. You should get a different doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. So because you just said doctors know that this is happening.
This is a well-known phenomenon. It is published in national statistics everywhere around the United States.
That you don't have to wait till you're 50 anymore.
There's no reason to wait if you have symptoms. If you have symptoms,
Yes.
there is absolutely no reason. It doesn't make sense. It's like saying, my car is broken. I'm going to wait until the next 10 years to fix your car.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So uterine cancer, I understand, is the most common cancer for female reproductive organs. And one young woman named Eve was recently diagnosed and shared her story on social media. Watch this.
My name's Eve. I'm 28 years old, and in October of 2025, I was diagnosed with stage 4 endometrial adenocarcinoma that has metastasized to other parts of my body. And the reason for this video is because I am starting a series to kind of talk about the symptoms that I had leading into this diagnosis. I've had tons and tons of women reach out to me via social media asking, how did you know? What did you do to find out? What are you doing now? I'm so scared. And the last thing that I want is for this circumstance that I'm walking through to cause fear and anxiety in other people. I remember before this diagnosis came out to light, the anxiety and the fear that I had leading up to this moment was absolutely crippling, and I would never wish that upon anybody.
And Eve is joining us now from Texas. Hi, Eve. Hi.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
How are you? How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. I heard you were dealing with symptoms for years, but you were dismissed by doctors. And what were those symptoms?
Those symptoms were prolonged uterine bleeding. So I was having bleeding at that point for about 3 years now.
Wow.
I also was having urinary incontinence. And then the other one was extreme pelvic pain, which all of these, when I did present them to my gynecologist at the time, was dismissed and labeled as just PCOS, which is what I was diagnosed with over 10 years ago.
And first of all, I apologize on...
Your doctor should have known.
The doctor should have known.
Your doctor should have known.
You know, it's interesting that the 3 cases that I picked were colorectal cancer, breast cancer, and endometrial cancer,
Yes.
because this is known. This is established, it's known. And so a young woman, particularly with PCOS, the syndrome that she has, who comes in with vaginal bleeding, pelvic pain, etc., needs to have a
PCOS stands for what?
polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Okay.
Well, you can tell us
Yeah.
more about it than I can, but this is well known. And you know, the sad story about all of this is that if you catch endometrial cancer early in its first stages, it is highly curable. It is very, very, very curable. And so the idea is that as soon as someone comes in, particularly with this kind of history, with pelvic pain, with et cetera, they need to be assessed to see if they have endometrial cancer.
Yeah.
I would say that the only piece of good news is that these cancers have become over time more and more. We've gotten more and more better and better therapies, chemotherapy, some of them. I can tell that you're probably on one of those chemotherapies already. But also there are second line and third line therapies. So there's a lot of progress in treatment, but this is a case that should not have happened.
Eve, so what are the doctors saying is your prognosis right now?
Right now, my prognosis is less than 2 years, and that changed over a span of, I want to say, 4 months. Initially, when we first found out about the cancer, I was given about 5 years. And the reason why there was such a long delay was because insurance companies weren't wanting to cover for treatment. So that played a big role. And by that time, the cancer, which was already stage 4, grade 3, it had already metastasized even more. And we actually found out about this after 4 years of infertility.
Oh
So
my
that was
God.
really hard to hear. But the prognosis, as I've been praying over myself, is not a promise. And so even though I'm given less than 2 years, I'm going to live and believe that God still has more for me, and that if I'm here right now, it's for a reason.
Absolutely. And one of those reasons is you wanted to share with other young women what you wanted them to know. And what is it you want them to know?
I want them to know that it is extremely, extremely important to truly advocate for yourself. And like we just said, if one doctor is not listening to you,
you have to push and find another one. Even if you go through 10 doctors, you have to find one until they finally sit down and hear what you have to say, because I didn't do that. And I do feel like had I spoke up earlier before I even knew that I had cancer, I wouldn't be in this situation today.
So tell me this, Eve. Every time you were told that it wasn't that you shouldn't be that concerned about it, was a part of you relieved? Because I think a lot of people, when their doctors say, let's keep an eye on it or let's watch it, which I don't believe in, let's keep an eye on it. I believe in, let's look at it right now. But when your doctors say that, there's a sort of a sense of relief that maybe it's not as bad as I thought, and therefore you buy into that. Is that what you did?
It was actually not relieving for me at all, because I always kind of knew in my subconscious that something was wrong. I actually worked in women's health for a little over 8 years, and so I talked to women who had these same symptoms, and every time I would bring them up, my doctor actually said, if you were a few years older, then I'd be concerned for cancer, but because at the time I was 24, 25 years old, it didn't cause any alarm. And so I do feel like, and it was always per ACOG guidelines, and I really would like for ACOG guidelines to be updated at this point, because after posting about this on social media, it turns out that there are quite a lot of women younger than me that do have very advanced stages of uterine cancer.
So your advice would be, when you think something's wrong, as we've heard from Dr. Mukherjee earlier, if the doctor says no, you go find another doctor if you think something's really wrong. It's listening to your body. Because our bodies tell us.
Well, in this case, her body was telling her the full story, actually. Her body was telling her that she had risk factors. Her body was telling her that, she was having pelvic pain, that she was having vaginal bleedings, that she was having, I think you said you stopped your periods, you were having infertility. I mean, your body was telling you, your body was not telling you something. Your body was screaming
yeah,
from the rooftops. So
yeah.
I'm sorry. As I said, it's hard for me to put myself in every physician's shoes, but these are known facts. These are just, there's something very well known about all of this.
Eve, thank you so much for being courageous enough to share your journey with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know what? Someone is watching or listening right now who has had one or more of those symptoms, who's looked the other way, and because of you today, they won't. They will follow through. I believe that is true. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. So you talk in the book about all the various kinds of cancers. Is there one cancer, when you hear that cancer, that all doctors go on the alert?
Well, the typical answer to that question is pancreatic cancer.
Yes.
And doctors go on the alert. But as you know, as of very recently, for the first time in human history, there was one medicine that changed that in a randomized controlled trial. So in other words, in a fair, statistically clean way, showed that it could increase the lifespan of patients with advanced pancreatic cancer. Now, the increase was from 6 months to 13 months, and you could say, who cares? But that's not the way to think about it. The way I think about cancer, all cancer, is it's like climbing a mountain. And the first crampon you put into the mountain is very crucial, because it's going to hold up the whole journey upwards. And in this case, the first crampon has been planted. From here on, we'll know, how does it become resistant? Can we make another medicine? Can we combine it with a third medicine? And so forth. So that's that. And then, of course, my personal nemesis has been acute myeloid leukemia, AML, which I've treated for many years. And still, Tatiana Schlossberg wrote this very moving piece, and she died of AML, that same disease, a few months ago.
You write this on page 473 about the time you met with your book editor. You said, I sat in the editor's waiting room high above 6th Avenue looking outside. It was one of those magical New York afternoons when the balminess in the air becomes intoxicating, and crowds had gathered on the streets. But I was a trainee in oncology in Boston, and all I could see was a landscape of future grief and anxiety. The woman laughing breezily by the bakery might be diagnosed with cancer, ovarian or breast. In a few years, I imagined the man smoking a cigarette with evident pleasure in a hospital gown as he went for a lung CT scan. The lenses with which I saw the world had forever been changed, you wrote. So my question is, how do you personally cope with, the immersing of yourself with people fighting every day for their lives and you don't know if you can save them? How have you managed to do that?
Well, people say that the way to manage to do that is by moving yourself away to distance yourself from the fight. I think it's just complete nonsense. I think the way you survive being an oncologist, the way you survive many of these intense professions that make deep demands of you, is to lean in instead of leaning out. And by leaning in, I mean you make that person's grief your grief. You make that person's fight your fight. You make every fight your fight. And eventually, if that explodes, it explodes. But you can't survive it by leaning out, because that will always come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
The only way you can survive is by leaning in.
Well, what you described feels to me is the difference between having a good doctor and having a great doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, having people in my family going through it now, I mean, I see the difference between people who are really leaning in and the people who you're just another patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is the future? It's like what that woman who started this whole book for you. What is the future? What do you see for where we're headed with cancer in the future? Will it be eradicated, or is that just a pipe dream we're all having for ourselves?
Well, I can tell you what I'm doing. In some ways, I think of myself in my own journey or fight against cancer as an opportunist. In other words, if new technology comes along and I can push it to use in cancer, I'll bring it along and make it useful for cancer.
Has AI been helpful?
AI is the single most revolutionary technology of our generation.
Yeah.
And if we're not using it for cancer, we're losing the plot. So in other words, people have all sorts of paranoias and fears about AI. They're worried about, job loss and, fake news and so forth.
But I think the one thing everybody agrees on is that
I'm an AI optimist. And I think if there is one use case of AI that is optimistic, it's medicine.
Medicine, yeah.
And I started a new effort company called Manas AI. Manas comes from the Sanskrit word for brain or mind. So the idea is to turn the mind of AI to make new cancer medicines. Cheaply, better, more efficiently, and superior medicines. And the way we do that is you can't go into Claude or, Gemini and say, find me a medicine for breast cancer, and out pops an answer. What you have to do is you have to go and teach it the basic rules of medicinal chemistry, physics, and to some extent biology, but basic rules of medicinal chemistry, to teach it how to build a medicine, just like humans build medicines. Humans don't build medicines by going into Claude Code and writing a code for medicines. They make it molecule by molecule. They figure out what the targets are. They validate those targets, and then they build a medicine by stitching together, literally stitching together a molecule in space that can either jam a lock in a key in a cancer relevant target. So that's what we're doing at Manas. We have taught the algorithm. The algorithm actually knows more medicinal chemistry than I do, and it speaks to us. It speaks back to us by producing. This is the funny thing about it. It speaks the language of medicinal chemistry. So if you give it a potential target or a query, it will start generating not one, not two, not three, but series of medicines that it's been built using the laws of chemistry and physics, these constraints. And then, of course, we have to test them in real life and then feed that information back to AI and say, yes, you're wrong there, you're right there, you're wrong there. And that's called reinforcement learning. You learn. And I think that is the capacity to really change the game. We used to build medicines one at a time using human medicinal chemists. That's not good enough. We need to do better. So we're making medicines many at a time using AI medicinal chemistry.
One of our guests today spoke of, leaning in and also keeping a positive attitude. I think Olivia was talking about that, keeping a positive attitude through the whole process. Have you found that the way a patient approaches their cancer diagnosis affects the outcome or not?
Not in the simple way you think. I mean, I think the problem with, I applaud people who have incredibly positive attitudes through their cancers. I think it's wonderful, but it also unfortunately creates a kind of a prison cell of optimism for patients who don't have a positive attitude.
That's right.
You may be suffering from terrible grief because you're worried about leaving your children
Children,
behind,
yeah.
and should you be blamed for that? No, you should be. I do think that attitude makes a difference in terms of your capacity to cope with with cancer. It's something that brings you to the hospital day after day, night after night. I talk about Carla in my book, and at one point I wonder, what I was in traffic. I was going to her home one day, and I said, what is it that brought her day after day, night after night to the hospital in this boiling traffic? Sitting. So a positive attitude, I think, can become its own stigma. You have to have a positive attitude. You've got to think positive. You've got to think better. I think that can become its own stigma. Some people are drenched with grief, but to them, I generally say, I understand. You have full right to be drenched with grief. I would be too. Who would not be? But on the other hand, let me make sure that you being immersed in sorrow and grief and anxiety does not prevent you from getting the medical care that you need.
Right.
That's the difference in the question about positive attitude.
And is there anything we should be doing or, adapting the way we live and eat and move and exercise to improve the, inevitability of those sleeper cells being awakened? Yeah.
Well, there are small ways. I think I wish I could give you big ways.
Yeah.
But the small ways that are certainly, I think that I'll give you a couple of associations that I think are alarming. I think there is a growing relationship between forever plastics and inflammation that I find alarming. So it's not been proven out yet, but there's the beginning of a smoking gun there. Obviously, obesity has been now connected with many kinds of cancer, including, most importantly, endometrial cancer is a cancer related to obesity. So
forever plastics.
Forever plastics. The standard things, there's asbestos, of course. Same inflammatory pathway, obesity and diet, appropriate risk assessment. So in other words, really think through. If you are at high risk, you need to be seeing a different kind of doctor in terms of your risk for cancer. And in terms of diet, we've now known forever that diets that are diverse and that actually are rich in fiber.
The Mediterranean diet
are much lower risk of colorectal cancer. So generally speaking, I always advise for all of this. On the end of there's some cancer that are caused by viruses. Human papillomavirus, for instance, causes cervical cancer. The incidence of cervical cancer in patients who get the HPV vaccine, women who get the HPV vaccine, is 0. So, in other words, it completely eliminates. There should be no cervical cancer left in the world. So, get the vaccines that are relevant. And those are the very broad recommendations. I think as we explore this whole issue of chronic inflammation, we'll find more things that potentially cause chronic inflammation. We'll find things that are markers of chronic inflammation. That will be a big day, because that will mean that we can start. It'll be like finding a cholesterol for cancer, as in cholesterol for heart disease and chronic inflammation for cancer. That'll be a big day, because we will then be able to say, I think that you have a heightened risk for cancer because there's chronic inflammation going on in the body. Let me try to see how I can help and figure out, how to balance that, how to decrease that, and potentially look for cancers.
So all these things we see on the market for anti-inflammatory none of that means anything.
No, they're usually not even attacking the right kind of inflammation. The anti-inflammatory.
That's just commercial marketing.
That's just commercial marketing.
That's the low fat of this era.
That is the low fat of this era.
Yes. Low fat of this era.
Yeah.
So what keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up at night is hope. I'm a born optimist. I eat off. My morning breakfast is optimism. My evening dinner is optimism. I'm an optimist. I think that we will make a difference, and we will make a difference in this disease before I die.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mukherjee. The book is The Emperor of All Maladies. It's a biography of cancer, and the new edition is available everywhere books are sold. Thank you, Olivia Munn. Simone, thank you, Simone Bozeman, for sharing, and Eve for sharing your stories with us. And thank you all for listening and watching. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you.
Dear listeners, it is with sadness that I share with you that my guest on this episode, the young woman named Eve, who was fighting stage 4 endometrial cancer, passed away just a few weeks after our conversation. It was an honor to have Eve on the Oprah podcast. She told us it was deeply important to her to share her story because she wanted to help other women facing similar medical challenges. We extend our sincerest condolences to Eve's husband, family, and friends. May her life continue to be a blessing to all who loved her. Dr. Mukherjee says we're on the cutting edge of AI advances and research for cancer. To read more about this work, check out his New York Times article, Can We Make AI Belong? The link is right there on your screen. If you want to dive deeper into the history and also the future of cancer treatment, the QR code for Dr. Siddhartha Mukherjee's updated Pulitzer Prize-winning book, The Emperor of All Maladies, is right there on your screen. It offers a deeply researched look into a disease that has touched nearly every person on Earth in some way over the last 5,000 years. To order the book, just scan the QR code. It's that easy, right now. Our listeners tell us that the podcast is resonating with you and is serving as a bright spot in your day. That means a lot to me. So here's the thing. I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the Oprah podcast on YouTube or wherever you podcast. It's just a quick tap of the subscribe button, and that way you won't miss an episode in your queue. You don't have to pay anything. I know subscribe usually means you're paying something, but this time it means you just are notified when there's something new. There are many more to come that we're excited about, so thank you for watching and listening.
Her head was found on top of this log. The rest of her body was never found. Wow, this starts off pretty crazy. That's horrible, Brad. Oh, we're we playing as like two people camping, and we're telling a horror story? Oh, okay, that's kind of a vibe. Move to face cam. All right, I got you. The axe maniac is still on the loose. He was never caught. They say he still roams this forest and kills anyone who dares to camp here at night. That's not funny. Take that flashlight out of your face. You're not gonna scare me. Relax, Sam. That happened like 15 years ago. It's getting cold. We better head back closer to the campfire. It's a vibe! Ooh, there's some screen tear going. Chat, y'all see that screen tear? Unfortunately, we had to turn VSync on. Perfect. All right. This a vibe, not gonna lie. This like a pretty little nice area. Yo, none of your business with the fire. It's getting cold. Come on, let's sit by the fire for a bit to warm up. Okay. Let's gather around the campfire and sing up. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Scare me? Haha, you didn't even come close. I'm happy to be here with you. Are you flirting with me, Brad? I'll have you know, if Chris Redfield heard about this, you would probably be blown up with a bazooka. I mean, you're really special to me. Hey. Hey, chill out. I've always loved watching war movies. Oh, that was a movie. Oh. That was a movie, chat. We're good. Chris Redfield with the 5 gifted. Is that a kitty on the bed? Wait, this a vibe. I like this little room. Cut that TV off. There we go. Yep. I don't want to get out of bed, bro. What am I getting out of bed for? Kitty! It looked like Kitty too. Life. Hey. Had to grind for this view, chat. Don't get it mistaken. Had to grind for this view. Tenacity with the 5. Yup. Life. Dude, this bedroom is so cozy. Wow, I love what you've done with the place. I love what you've done with the place here. Wow, you really know how to set the vibe in a house, don't you? This place is vibey. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna make some coffee or something? I don't need that. Caught a vibe, baby. Are you coming for the ride? I just wanna look into your eyes. I just wanna stay for the night. Nah, they got your vibe. Dude, I like this little room too. This room clean. Kitty! Kitty. Kitty, you're awake. Wait, is that the name, Kitty? You hungry? All right, I get it. You're hungry. Wait, is this a reference? This might be a reference because 616 has put me in multiple games. This might actually be a reference for real. Where the cat food at? Black cat named Kitty? I mean, come on. Kitty! Kitty! Hold on, I'm looking for the food. Hold on, Kitty, I'm looking for the food action. Oh, there it goes. Here you go. I need to open the can. We got a can opener? What do I open it with? Oh, it's E. Never mind. Here you go, Kitty. There it is. Kitty. Life chat. Uh-oh. Got a text from Aaron. Who was that? Dude, you awake? Wait, who was Luna? Yeah, I was watching some crappy movie here. Laughing emoji. Wasn't that funny, bud? I know you love those movies. With all this rain, it was pretty much all I had left to do. So, man, I'll be straight with you. A job came up here, night shift, pretty chill. Don't want no job. Chill like actually chill, or chill like no one wants to do it? Upside down, smile. It's a shut down mall, no people, no stores open. And why'd you pick me for this job? Because I trust you. And because it's easy money. Cap. Sounds too good to be true, because it is. You just need to stay awake, watch the cameras, nothing dangerous. Okay, send me the address. Relax, I'll call you in the morning. I'll give you all the details. Thanks, man. Let's see our conversation with Luna here. What's going on here with Luna? Good morning, handsome. Oh, yeah. You're up early. I'm gonna puke. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna puke. I'll need to get to college earlier today. Take care. I don't have any work today. Maybe Aaron will hook me up with something. We could have lunch together. Deal, but no pizza. Or in a few days, I'm gonna look like a balloon. Yeah, I'll give this relationship 3 months, buddy. There is no way. I'm going to bed. Golly, bro. Yeah, we shouldn't have done no snooping there. Not gonna lie. We should not have done no snooping. Aaron called me early that morning. He gave me all the details about the job. I was used to working alone during the night, but this time was different. I had a bad feeling about it. My shift started at 9 p.m. and ended at 9 a.m.
What up, chat?
12-hour shifts.
What up, chat? How we doing? Let's change this. Bang. All right, chat. Let's get your diapies on. What is this? Okay. All right. Let's get back into some action. Why don't we? Y'all been sitting here watching this man do nothing. Nothing. So let's what to play. I don't know what he plays on here, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But we'll figure something out. Okay, Home Alone. Let's do it. What up, Ryan? Okay. Ryan is in the building. We're chilling. This guy's mouse sensitivity sucks. Oh my gosh. Let's fix this real quick. Laggy bacon. Hold on, bro. Hey, let me see. Mouse pointer speed 1. Oh wait, no, it's just this. It's just in here. Ah. They're like sensitivity in here somewhere. Where is that at? Why is his mouse so sensitive? Anyone know?
Oh, this got to go up to 144 too. Man, I don't know why his mouse is so sensitive. But you know, it is. Look at that. Why is that so crazy? Okay, Laggy, let's hop in. Come on. Come on, Laggy. Get up in here. Come on. Alright, yeah, okay. Here, come on. Get in this one. This one right here. Come in. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's get it. Won't be Roblox settings. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but it's weird that his right click's that sensitive. It's okay though. Alright, where's the volume at? Ah, there it is. Okay.
I have to leave for the night. I'll be back at 6 a.m. You'll be okay.
Okay.
I left chores on the board. You need to earn your allowance money
Before I get home.
If someone knocks, don't open right away.
Okay, I won't. I won't.
Through the front door glass. Check the cameras on your laptop. Listen to what they are saying.
Okay.
Help the people who really need it, and you'll earn your allowance money. Let the wrong ones in, and you'll know.
Alright, cool.
If
That's not
something
scary at
doesn't
all.
look or sound right, turn off the porch light and they'll leave.
Okay.
Have a good night. Take care
Why'd
of
she say it
yourself.
like that? Hold on. I don't like the way she said that. Okay. Okay, let's see our chores.
My boyfriend just broke up with me. I'm a mess right now.
Yeah.
Could I use the tissues in your bathroom?
Heck no. 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 No.
Hope you never get dumped.
Yes, good choice. Good choice. Good choice. Alright, clean the windows, water the plants, wash the dishes. Hey, I'll wash the dishes. You clean the windows. How about that? Oh, you already did that. Wait, no, you didn't. Clean. Oh, I have to click so many times. Okay. Easy. Easy. Oh! Alright, yeah, we're good. Clean that. Okay. 4. Clean that. Oh, who's here this time?
I got lost walking home.
I mean, it's a kid.
Are you okay? I don't know where I am. Can you bring me a phone so I can call home?
Let him in, sure. Come on.
Thank you. I will get you my phone.
Come on in, girl. You're like at most 10 years old. Surely it's fine. Alright. Oh, you're saying no? Well, that's alright. Here.
Mom? Can you come get me? They're not answering.
Okay.
They never do.
Oh.
Dead for a long time.
Oh. Oh, no. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Clean my room? Where's my room? Let's go find my room. Let's clean it. Wait. I need my... Okay, yeah. Clean my room. What's... Oh! Oh, dear. Oh! Oh, no. That was the wrong person. Sorry. Should have known. Crap. Just cleaning my room. Is they gonna be behind me? Oh, they're massive on camera, bigger than the house. Oh wait, where's the camera at? Oh, that's the.
Just need to ask a few questions.
Hey, where are the cameras?
We're searching the neighborhood for an escaped prisoner. He was seen nearby about an hour ago.
What should I do?
Open the door.
He looks legit. He looks legit. He looks legit.
He's not hiding here.
No. How do I say no? How do I say no? How do I say no? No. Get away. No. I'm okay.
Stay calm.
Oh.
Just need to look around quickly.
I don't think that was right. I don't think that was right. Can I leave? Nope. I don't think that was right. I think that's a bad choice.
No one here.
Oh, please leave us alone. Chat's so slow here. I know, you know. If you sub to Leaf Gaming TV, it's a better chat. You feel me? Oh, the kid was massive. Oh, I see. If you turn around and come running at me, I'm gonna be terrified.
Nothing to report here.
Okay, this is a real guy. No. Oh, no. You really just left me to rot by myself? How did you end up there? How? Alright, get out.
Everything looks clear. Keep your doors locked tonight.
Okay, thank you. Okay, how do I lock door? Alright, what's my... Water the plants? Where are the plants? Water you. Okay, that's 1 of 6. I think that the guy's in my house. I ain't gonna hold. I don't need no one knocking at the door. I'm watering my plants right now. If I turn around, someone's here. I'm ending stream. Okay, we're good. Oh dear. There's gonna be someone. I might. Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? Huh. Nope. I don't want to answer. I really don't.
I see a light. How fortunate.
Heck no. I'm not answering that. I don't know how to make him go away, but I ain't answering that. Look at window, at door, then camera settings. Oh, turn porch light off to make them leave. Oh yeah, no, heck no.
Could I step inside for a moment?
How do I turn?
I've been out in the cold for hours. May I use your kitchen?
Heck no!
Please, just invite me in.
You look like a vampire.
A shame. I only wanted a warm drink for the night.
Where's the watering can? Oh, sorry. Okay, so like if I don't know why I just got scared. If I let in someone that, or if I don't let in someone that I'm supposed to let in, is that bad? What is this? Why is that? Why'd that fall down? Do I have a plant in my room? No. Where are the plants? Am I tripping? Oh boy.
Hello? Anyone home?
Yeah, what's up?
Really need to use your bathroom. Please, I'll be quick.
No, get out.
Forget it. I'll just find a bush or something.
Oh, okay. Also, why is it my house? Like, just go to the other door, right? Where is the plants? Ah, here we go. Someone appears in the bathtub, I'm gonna lose my mind. I think we're good for right now, until I answer the door again. If you want to retry it so you ain't alone, that's fine. Oh, you're a baddie, aren't you?
There's a party tonight.
A party?
Yeah, you should come.
I don't think I can.
Come on. Don't be boring. Open up. I'll give you the address.
Shoot. Opening.
Finally.
Hey, girl.
I actually can't go tonight.
Seriously?
She looks fine.
I'm stuck taking care of the house.
Wow.
Why her hips moving like that?
Don't worry. You won't be alone for long.
Oh, crap. That was not the person, huh? No. Oh, that was not it. I did not like that. Why'd she say that at the end? Why'd she say that at the end? I did wash the dishes. I knew it. I knew it! No! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh! Oh my days! No, 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 please. Okay, I need to wash the dishes. We need to stay strong, just keep doing our tasks. We messed up again. My sanity's getting low. Nope. I ain't answering no door. Okay, actually.
Can I help you?
Your camera is pointing at my house.
No, it's pointing at our car.
Open the door now. We need to talk about
There's
this.
2 camera settings? Heck no. Okay, you're gone.
Unbelievable. I'll handle it myself.
Okay, but where's the other camera at? How do I know where the other camera is? Whoa. I don't know about that. That wasn't knocked over. What? Why is my sanity getting lower? Why'd my sanity just get lower? Why'd it get lower?
A neighbor reported smoke coming from your oven. Open the
Why
door.
am I
I need
sanity
to
get
check it
lower?
myself.
I'm just gonna let him in.
Everything looks normal.
Oh my gosh! Please,
Somebody gave us bad information.
please leave me alone. What? Why'd my sanity get lower? Oh! Oh! Oh gosh! Oh! No! No! Please. Please. Oh, I lost, didn't I? Did I lose? Oh no. No, 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 no. No. Please. What happened? He looked normal. Oh, that's not normal. Oh, that's not normal at all. Oh boy. Ending 3 out of 4, you ran out of sanity. Oh my gosh. Okay. 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 Oh. 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 Holy moly. That was kind of terrifying. 101 wins. That was terrifying. You deal with it. Okay, yeah, that works. Let's do it. Holy crap. I'm gonna open up my Skittle Littles. And yeah, also I don't know how you know if they're good or not, man. Not gonna lie.
I have to leave for the night. I'll be back at
Okay, we
6
got this
a.m.
already. Alright. You got it, bro. It's all you. I'm just gonna do the dishes. I'm gonna trust you.
Open the door.
Federal agent? How we got a visitor that early, bro? You want me to do it then? Yeah, you got it.
We're tracking an escaped alien organism.
Yeah, sure you are.
Alien?
It can imitate human behavior. Open the door. I need to ask you a few questions.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Fine. Stay alert tonight.
Okay, we already got a task done. Sanity's looking good. Where are the plants? Now I know where the plants are. Plant here. Bro was anomaly. Yeah, I mean that seemed like it. He didn't need to ask me any questions inside. I'm good. Let's see. Okay, these 2 plants are right here. Gotta get these again. Oh, let him in. Oh, nope, nope. You saw what happened when I let her in last time. Don't be boring. You better shut your pie hole. You gotta go. Okay, ma'am? She gotta go, alright? I'm gonna just... You do you, but I think she gotta go. I'm not letting that happen to me again. Also, her hips moving too weird. Watch her hips on this move. Oh, heck no. Like, absolutely not. There's 7 camera locations? What are you talking? Oh, wait. Like, in here, I can... Oh. Wow, okay. I got you. I understand it now. Clean my room. Got it. Pick up. Okay. Room clean. Feeling good. About to have a fun late night. Ah, someone else at my door.
Started emergency water work on your street tonight.
Okay.
Your water is probably running brown by.
Seriously?
Yeah, go check. I haven't noticed with the.
I'm not seeing anything off.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Have a good night.
I'm like, I ain't seeing anything off. Other than the way he's walking. Soak the water. What does that even mean? Ah, I see. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, was that a bad one? We shouldn't have let him in? Because it seems like we shouldn't have let him in. Something tells me we should not have let him in. Yep, that took a little of our sanity.
I'm making a protein shake.
No, you ain't.
Got water at home. Glass of water real quick?
Just don't let him in, honestly. Like, there's no reason to let him in. Not gonna lie, we ain't letting you in. I'll let him handle it. Actually, no. I'll handle that. Get the frick out of here. We need to soak the water, but with what? We have a sponge? Sponge anywhere I could use, maybe? Oh! Hi, hey. That, nah. No. Did not like that. Oh. Who's gonna appear at our door next? Oh, hello, female.
Sorry to bother you. I'm not feeling
Shut your corny looking.
okay. I just got really dizzy.
I don't.
Rest in your bed for a few.
Who let someone rest in their bed?
Try to find somewhere else to rest.
That's the side of our house. Okay, yeah. This game's creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Where's this? What do I soak the water with? Do I like a mop? Oh no, that was wrong. Oh my gosh. We were supposed to let him in. Just cleaning puddles. Button in middle helps show anomaly on cam. Button in middle. So if this guy's an anomaly. Oh! Yep! Yep! No! Nope. Absolutely not.
First impression of the neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Holy crap. Wow. I didn't even get to see the button in the middle. What does that even mean? Get away! Oh, I see. Like night vision. I like that. It's kind of cool. Oh, we need to get the money before 6 a.m. Oh, I can't reset. I mean, I could, but I ain't gonna spend his Robux. Come on now. Let's see. Okay.
Practicing for a recital tomorrow. I need one more person to watch my choreography.
Right now?
Okay, if this is on.
A little space to dance.
No, no. She's creepy. Get the frick off the camera. Why are you staring? Oh. Oh no. Absolutely not. That's disgusting. I'm confused about the button in the middle. If they show when I hit night vision, does that mean they're an anomaly? Because I'm like... Oh, someone's here. Let's see. Oh wait, no, our light just turned on. You got a delivery pizza coming eventually, let him in.
My black cat. Her in your parents' bedroom through the window.
So
In your room? Yeah. Her name is Luna.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I ain't gonna hold. I don't know how to tell, but I don't like what I'm seeing. What?
Can you go get Luna for me?
You oh my gosh. Oh, hi. Ha, good kitty. Good kitty. Oh my gosh. Good kitty. Yeah. Here, get the cobwebs down while I bring this to this woman. Oh no! Why'd you let him in? Why? Why'd you let her in? Why? I thought you knew. I knew something was off. Just trying to open up some Skittles, bro. Cook tomorrow's lunch. Oh, you're on it. Okay. Where's that? Where? Where are you, bro? Crap. Remove the spider webs? I don't want to, but I'm gonna. You got that.
Hello? I need help with something important.
No, you don't. Wi-Fi code.
I need help with something important.
Nope.
What is it? I can't say it through the door. Why not? Because it's private. Just open up for a second. It's
Okay, I don't understand where the anomaly's at. I don't like him. Don't let him in. Do not let him in. No. No. Hold on.
Hey, don't walk away. This is serious.
No, I'm walking away. 'Cause you're creepy. Alright, now get the frick out of here.
Fine. Leave a kid alone outside at night.
Sounds good to me. Sounds great to me. Make some coffee. Clean the kitchen. What do you mean clean the kitchen? Like how? I'm literally, all I'm doing is just trying to open up some Skittle Littles. But I keep getting jump scared every time I'm trying to do it. don't know if y'all have ever had Skittle Littles, but man, they're freaking goated. There's an old man coming. I already don't like it. I already don't.
My dog jumped over your fence a minute ago. Go into your backyard and get
Oh, it actually did. Hey, the dog's there. The dog is there. Okay, he's good. Hey, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Come in.
Got him. Thanks. He's usually way calmer than
How the frick you get him? Watch the computers. Did he already get him? No, he didn't. Where's he at? The dog's still there. Cops come. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, no.
We're searching the neighborhood for an escaped
Oh, are you? Because you're not getting in. Are you? Because you. No, you're not getting in.
I need to check around your house to make sure he's
Do you? Because you sure do look like it. And you're not coming in. Your head's twisted weird. Get out. Did they find me because you. Look at your goofy eye head moving. You didn't even get in the car you came in. That's how I know you're an anomaly. And the dog guy was low-key an anomaly. That's my bad. So that's on me. Okay. Is that dog still in the backyard? No, he did get him. Okay. What do we need to do? We need to... Okay, we did it. We did it. Clean the windows, clean parents' room.
Are you okay?
Did you?
I don't know where I am. Can you bring
Oh,
your
nope.
phone so I
Oh, it's an anomaly. Nope. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Shout out Ryan, because you an anomaly, bruh. I'm doing all our tasks, by the way. I'm carrying, feels like. Never mind, he just did some. Clean parents' room. Okay, let's get back there and clean it. Stupid stuff won't come off. What up?
My boyfriend just broke up with me. I'm a mess right now. Could I use...
She looks fine. Let her in. I don't see anything off about her.
Thank you.
The bathroom is next to the kitchen.
I'll be quick.
Tell me you're for real. Please get out. Have a great day.
Thanks for being nice about it.
That's a normal person. That's normal. Good job. Proud of us. I'm proud of us. Oh no, we need this money before 6 a.m. though.
Jess?
I'm not Jess.
Oh, sorry. I'm lost.
Do you need help?
ride? Can I borrow yours?
Just because of the look on her face here, I don't. That's gonna be your decision there. Like, I don't know about it though, I'm not gonna lie.
Please. I'm cold and scared.
Are you? I mean, she's not changing, but that head just tilted a little too far to the right for me. That's what I was thinking. Probably because you're a frickin' brat. Get that fake crying out. Get out of here right now. It wasn't a mistake. Oh, I see. Walking like a zombie, I get it. Or cooked here, though.
I really.
Nope, nope, nope. Why is she crying like that?
Forget it. I'll just find a bush or something.
Why is she still out there crying?
I'm home. You're okay, thank God. You made it through the night, but I see you didn't earn enough allowance money. I know you tried your best. I'm not mad, but
I'm disappointed. What do you mean?
no reward this time.
Oh, your reward.
Try again tomorrow night.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Ending 2 out of 4. You made it and didn't collect enough cash. Come on, bro. I don't know if y'all getting like Skittle sounds up in your headphones right now, but bro, these things are so good. Not the normal Skittles, the Skittle Littles. Telling y'all. So good. I'm like, what are we playing now, right? Like, Murder Mystery 2 works. His mouse is way too sensitive for this, though. Is the crunching loud? Let's listen through my phone. Oh, it is. My bad. That's on me. I'll stop eating for now. Stop being big. I'm gonna drink some water though, if y'all don't mind. Oh yes, that's so good. Innocent, I bet. Do we got a radio up in here? Yeah, but nothing crazy. Okay. If y'all want to play, add the user in the chat right now. Tank on the Mac. I'm already dead because I'm typing for y'all. What the gosh, man, you gotta be kidding me. Someone in here's max level. Look at that nerd, bro. How can one be that nerdy? And if y'all are in chat, make sure you like and sub, because like the real person here that runs this account does a good job. So yeah, you know, trying to hit 800 subscribers. You feel me? But if y'all like me and like my stuff, subscribe to Leaf Gaming TV, that channel in chat. Sub to that channel if you like my stuff. If you like my stuff. So, you know, because I mean, I'm a pretty funny guy. You feel me? How do I get up to this slide? Alright, bet. Let's do some spectating. This girl slaughtered me. Hopefully she loses. Yeah, I hope you lose. You're done. Oh, this girl's trash. Okay. Where's homegirl at? What's good, Rob? I know it ain't Jay, but it's me, bro. Oh, she's done. Bro, this surf is so bad. Let me chew real quick, y'all. My bad. Okay, we back. Had a little chew break. Oh, yes. That's yummy. Let's see if this guy's got... Oh, this guy's stuff sucks. Wow. Jay, I thought we played this game a little more. Oh, you missed me, huh? Missed you too, little bro. This guy stinks. Alright. Oh boy, if Rob's murder, I'm gonna lose my cool, bro. Okay, let's get some coins for old Jay. He needs them. Because the thing with Jay, he doesn't have any good swords at all. This guy's stuff sucks. Here, we can win. Just give me a second. Let me get these coins real quick. I don't want to hear no. Oh, the sheriff's dead. Get off my back. Get off me. Sheriff's dead. Where's the murderer at? Is it you? Nah. No way it's you. But where'd the sheriff die at is the question. Ooh. Okay, murderer's over there. Is it that little guy? Oh my gosh, it's not. Okay, someone got the gun. We're good. Oh, the gun's gone. Okay. Can you stop collecting coins, are you? Just kidding. I'm gonna collect coins too. Murder is gonna be like right by the corner. Where'd the guy with the gun die at? That's the question. Oh! Ah! Oh! Hey! Okay. Oh, we're not safe. Girl, kill him. Kill him. Shoot him. You have a gun. Gun should beat knife every time! Shoot him! Oh, no. No! No, 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 no. Come on! Come on! Coins help towards the event. Oh, I see that now. If we don't win this guy's been shot at so many times, he may as well be 50 Cent. What's up, chat? Like and sub. And if you want to play, join the user. You already know what to do. Come on now. Trying to hit 800 subs. That's our goal. Supposed to get it. I think he just won. That's my guess. Coins just went away, so. What does that mean? Innocents win. Let's go. Come on, bro. Easy dubs. Easy flipping dubs, boys. Alright, one more game. And I'm gonna hop off this because this ain't my channel, respectively. I just wanted to make sure y'all got a little bit of content in, you know, because you didn't really get much earlier, which is kind of my fault. But let them know if you like this type of stream better or just like a normal type of stream, because me personally, I like normal streams better, but obviously that might not be how y'all roll. So for this, what we're going to do, we're going to hide in the good old bush spot right here. We need to get our emote. Hold on. Yeah, all it was sit. Okay, that's pretty noticeable. If I turn around though. No, bro, my gosh! Come on! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me. I was trying to blend in. Look what it made me become. I had to let you go. I let the world burn. I let the world burn. Alright, chat. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Subscribe to Not Human Shad. Jesus loves you all. And I hope you guys have a